I started behind the scenes with the Bronx Tale last year when we launched the first national tour, and I was the assistant choreographer on that. I had to run all of the auditions, I had to run all of the rehearsals, all questions came to me. Everything was basically on my shoulders, which was awesome, but also scary since it was my Broadway debut as well. So it was everything just being put on me at one time, which honestly I think helped make the transition to now being the tour choreographer a lot more smooth. A year later, we now just launched the second national, which is where I brought on Monica to be the assistant choreographer on.
It was my first time in an authoritative position, especially in such a high position of teaching a show, especially one that I've never done. I was super nervous, so nervous. But I think just knowing I had the training, I've been prepped to do this before, so I just trusted it. And we actually ended up working really well in the room together.
Yes. And Monica, not having done the show, was learning everything off of a video, which is crazy and not normally how things go for an assistant choreographer. They're normally with the project from the ground up like I was. So it was very interesting, but beyond rewarding to then see something that you've created just appear on stage. I can't believe that we attained all of that in less than 2 weeks. It was one of the fastest experiences as well.
I'm super detailed as a performer, and Brittany and I met doing, we were both ensemble members in Disney's Beauty and the Beast at Paper Mill Playhouse, and Brittany was our awesome dance captain. So we were on opposite sides of the stage because we're both the short bookends. Yep. So I'd be like, hey Brittany, my side did this, I don't know if you caught that. And she, I guess, liked my detailing work ethic. So that's why you asked me to do this, from what you've told me at least.
And we were dressing roommates.
Yes.
So we sat next to each other in the dressing room, which is also great. Yeah.
So we developed a bond earlier this year, which was good.
So I started at LaGuardia High School for the Performing Arts, which is here in Manhattan, and that is where I was a dance major. What I studied at LaGuardia was all ballet and modern techniques. We got to take electives in our senior year, which was pretty fun, which is where I happened to stumble upon musical theater. All of my friends at home did theater, but I was always super shy to especially sing and speak on stage. From there, I auditioned for my first show, which was High School Musical at Paper Mill Playhouse, and somehow booked it. Being one of the youngest performers in the show, I was 17 at the time, so I was balancing schoolwork and professional life, learning everything from how to sing and dance at the same time, which I never had to do before. I then found AMDA, which is where I basically springboarded into musical theater.
So I have a very heavy ballet background, and I actually started out going to college for ballet to go into a ballet company, and soon realized that that wasn't totally my vibe. And I went and did some auditions, trying to transition myself into musical theater land. And I had found AMDA, which was so helpful. I did the dance program at AMDA, so I was able to still have all of that and do the private singing, the musical theater, breaking up the song, figuring out how to audition, and that super catapulted me into the musical theater world I needed. And they actually really helped transition me from ballet conservatory land into musical theater land, because I had never trained in doing all the singing, dancing, and acting together. It's really a lot more difficult than it sounds.
Going to AMDA was definitely shell-shocking. At least as an integrated major, you primarily take acting classes, singing classes, you take speech. So I am from Staten Island, so my accent was terrible before I went to AMDA. Overall, they basically expose you to so many different things that I don't think I would have gotten the chance to do. AMDA sort of allows you to be yourself, which I have found now working professionally in the industry, that is exactly what we need. So I go in confident and just owning who I am as a performer and as a person, and I think it's turned out pretty well.